Oh, I didn't write a closer. I'm gonna wing it.
Just wing it. It's fine. Don't forget to say our very good
Yes.
ending. Welcome back. We are Unapologetic Introverts. I am Erin. That is Jade. It's another lovely week. This is episode 58.
Oh my God.
What?
So crazy.
And it is currently May 7th to you.
It is May 1st to us.
And Sleep Token comes out in 2 days.
And we see a concert in 3.
3 days. And it's going to be so good.
And I'm so excited.
I'm
I
gonna
sent you
sing
the
along.
opener on TikTok last night.
Sing along so hard.
I'm gonna have so much fun. And it's supposed to be nice.
Is it? Like,
Yeah.
actually?
Like 20 degrees.
Oh, yay.
I will be in shorts.
Sick.
I will die.
Yeah, I think shorts might be a good option.
Gelato.
Gelato!
With a bathroom and air conditioning.
Yeah, not that we really probably need air conditioning as
No.
bad as the 40-degree no movement air.
That was rough.
I don't think I've ever existed in that kind of heat before.
Mm-mm. And
Just-
like very, very, like no shade.
No shade, no wind at all.
No.
Like, the air was not moving.
So bad.
It was surreal.
And there was like people in jeans in front of us.
Yeah, and leather, like black. Are you nuts? Like,
I'm in bike shorts.
yeah. I wished I was in bike shorts at that point because it was sweaty.
It's very sweaty.
Speaking of surreal, the election happened, and it didn't turn out like I thought it was going to turn out. So that's weird, having faith in humanity again.
Honestly, I think it's even funnier that is it called our riding? Is that
Yes.
how I describe
Yeah,
it?
our
Our
riding.
riding is usually blue, and everywhere around us is blue. And our town hated our MP so much
So much.
that they flipped it. And so we're just red in a sea of blue.
I think so many people actually turned out too. I didn't
I was
hear any
surprised.
talk about that, but I feel like a lot more people showed up to
They
vote.
said it. They said over, it was like 7 point whatever million people voted early in Canada.
That's insane.
this
I did.
election. So
I
did
voted
I.
early. I was like, I need to get that shit over with. I don't want to be around people,
Mm-hmm.
especially on a Monday night. Ugh, gross.
I think it was one of the highest turnouts in a long
Yeah.
time.
I
which
didn't
is
hear
good.
any news about that though. Like nobody was saying anything on the news that it was like a high turnout. And
No.
blah, blah, blah. I was like, I want statistics. Give me the numbers. You know.
And then you got the people. Sorry,
What?
it's been a long day. Who are like, it's rigged. I'm like, do you realize how Canada counts their ballots?
Yeah, it's not.
We do it in person
Yep. Yeah.
by hand.
Yeah, it can't be very rigged. Also, people just did not like French Millhouse at all. Here,
Oh, I was like,
French
what?
Millhouse. I call him French Millhouse because he looks like a French Millhouse who tried to get cool. You know, I took off my glasses. You know, like, yeah, no, we get it, dude. Anyways, yeah, like I don't even think Quebec liked him.
I was so surprised.
It was kind of hilarious.
It was like, okay, we know our party isn't gonna win.
Yeah.
We'll get seats, and they did. They got quite a few.
Yeah.
We're not gonna win, but we don't want this guy.
Yeah.
Like these people, for the not for the most part, but like the stereotype is they don't want to be a part of Canada.
Yeah.
So the fact that they had a lot of red on that electoral map made me giggle.
Yep. Oh, they might not want to be a part of Canada, but they do not want to be a part of the States.
Yeah.
United States. So, yeah, what a interesting time to be alive.
Poor NDP though. They really tanked.
Well, they got a lot of heat from their I don't know,
Strategy
their
to
weird strategy to just get in with anybody. Well, that's what happens in a minority government. They were trying to make things move. So the NDP was like, hey, we got to partner with somebody. And the Liberals were the upper hand at the time. So yeah, he's going to make deals with Justin Trudeau. He's going to make deals with whoever to try and get those things
Yeah.
in. So, but a lot of people felt super betrayed by that, which is like, what do you,
what do you want them to do?
they either have no foothold and they get nothing to happen
Yeah.
and they just exist as a minority, or they take the side of the counterpoint, which they probably don't agree with anyways because they're more leftist than conservative. So it doesn't make any sense. Politics is made up. It's all fake.
Yeah.
And the eventual heat death of the universe is inevitable. So none of it matters.
So if you missed it and you live under a rock, we now have a liberal minority government.
They almost got majority, but they just at the end they could not get enough seats to.
Which, I mean, I think a lot of people who also did strategic voting this time, this is what they wanted, so that it wasn't just one person has everything. Like,
however, it honestly just leads us to the same type of government we've had for like the past decade, which is kind of shitty because now all they do is they show up into Parliament, they fight over stupid things, and nothing gets passed because if there's too many votes on one side and not enough on the other. The only benefit is now that it's a minority government, it allows like the conservatives who may actually agree with some of the liberal choices, vice versa, to actually vote with or against them accordingly. So it's not just one guy. So there is benefits, but at the same time, it's like they have to agree.
Is it just the top two, or is it like...
No, it's anybody with the seats in Parliament. Okay. Yeah. So, but the top two, obviously, if they have higher numbers, they're going to get typically more votes because typically if your party's, proposing something, you're within those seats, you're going to likely vote with them. I mean, not often. I would assume they would vote against unless they're very, very against something.
And I mean, everyone's like, civics and careers. I'm like, that was a long time ago. I don't remember learning about the government.
Also, I never got taught any of this. It was like, you got a prime minister, you got some people in the cabinet and all that stuff.
I don't remember anything.
No,
like,
it's useless.
I was taking career tests.
Stupid. Yeah.
So if it were majority, would it just be like whoever has majority government just passes shit and nobody gets a say?
Well, I think there's still you still have the whole government to go through, but
it's just
you still have like seats because you can get. I mean, it would depend on how many seats they want. If they got all of the seats, we'd have a really weird government, but it's not likely to ever happen. If they got 172 seats, they would have been a majority, which means they would have had more votes.
Oh, there's just better odds to pass your... Okay.
Better odds.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Whereas it's slight... I mean, they're still almost a majority. I think they're like 10 seats off of being a majority, so it's not terrible, but... it just depends what kind of stuff what moves they want to make. I don't know. The platform's a little weird. The only thing I can hope is that Mark or Carney or whatever will.
That is his name.
Yeah, I know. I remember Carney, and then I was like, is Mark correct? Because that seems like such a strange name, but I don't know. Anyways, it's just that he can carry us through any weird United States economic turmoil that kind of sucks that we're connected to them.
The last thing I want to say on this before we move on is that I just love that at his like the liberal headquarters, like when they won, like the celebration, Down with Webster performed and he
was dancing
like a dad.
It was so good.
He had like the only reason he was wearing red, it was like a Down with Webster zip up. I thought it was the most funniest thing in the world.
It was so good. It was just I liked that he was, able to just let loose and be relatable even in the moment. I see that. I got it.
Aaron killed a bug. No, you didn't. It went over there.
Oh, I thought I got it. Didn't close my hand and tighten
up.
It's
okay.
Anyways, it was really nice that it felt relatable, like
I've just seen so many memes on TikTok.
I know it's so meme worthy, but that's exactly the moment that he needs, right? Like to become popular with youth.
Or it's like the slowed down video of like just like living in awe of like woke up to knowing I canceled out my yada yada dad or my ex's vote. Like it's so funny.
It's so good. Yeah.
I love it.
Anyway, that was unexpected in my world. I had no hope.
I was really like, worried.
We're going in the way of Trump land. That's it, Yeah. But here we are. We woke up and so many other people are so upset about it. I'm like, You don't even understand.
And to me, it's hilarious. Sorry. Promise. Last thing.
No, it's fine.
It's when the people that are complaining are working in healthcare and childcare and school and like mental health research. I'm like, you're the one who's getting cut.
It has nothing to do with our liberal government. It's our provincial government.
Like, what is going on?
We are run by a conservative government.
Sadly.
Like, they have so much more power than than the federal government does to
Which is crazy.
literally rock your world. So,
But yes.
yeah, figure it out. Figure it out.
I can't get a house. It's not the federal government.
No, that was 2008.
Try again.
And the, collapse of the economy that did that. Sorry about your luck, but
I also can't get a house. You're not special.
no, work harder, like fuck. just kidding.
Get a job.
Just get a job. Stop eating avocado toast. Don't go to Starbucks, Do what they tell you.
Yeah.
Books.
Okay, so I finished Maggie Moves On. It was hilarious. Love, 10 out of 10. Cute little rom-com. Do you want the little synopsis of it?
Yeah, give it.
I'm not going to read you the actual one off the book. I'm just going to give you my spark notes.
Oh, I like it.
I'm just also trying to type out avocados.
Avocados.
Perfect. I love that it understood what I was trying to type. So this girl flips houses, house show on YouTube, flips this big like Victorian old rundown house in this like random town.
Hallmark movie.
Yes, Hallmark, but like so much better. Her partner like does stuff with her or whatever, and in comes this hot landscape architect,
of course,
who's got a pit bull. But it's also like a mystery. Like they unravel stuff with the town history through the home and like this old grumpy man. And
there's always an old grumpy man.
There's always an old grumpy man.
There's always.
And like a troubled teenager, and there's kittens, and
it's just too much. It's
it was
the
really
perfect rom-com.
It was really, really good. It took me a while to finish it because we had concerts back to back, and then I was just tired.
April's been a whirlwind, and all of a sudden it's
Blink
May.
of an eye. Blink of an eye.
It's May.
I know. And then I did start Crossed because I was like, okay, you read dark romance, then you read a rom-com. You should probably finish off your dark romance series so far because you have like 10 hockey books that you need to read.
Ooh, yeah, you got to spread those out a little bit.
Yeah, so.
Or you're going to burn out on hockey trope. I would. First book I read. No, not doing this.
But I only got 14 pages in before I got interrupted. So I have not finished that. Maybe I'll do that
this weekend.
Tomorrow night.
Maybe
tomorrow night.
Maybe you should go out. Wink, wink.
Sydney's gonna giggle if she listens to this.
Sydney knows what's up.
Hunter might know what's up if Sydney's told him.
Oh, Hunter knows what's up.
Did I tell you what Hunter told Sydney this week before Red
Flags?
Before Red Flags.
Yes.
No? When does astrology come out? Astrology came out today. So last week. He goes, if Jade doesn't release another episode right now, I'm releasing her SIN number. I was like, Sydney, Hunter doesn't have my SIN number. She goes, yeah, I don't think he thought that far ahead.
Yeah, that's kind of a failed threat there.
You can try and guess it if you want.
You could release the secondary secret, and I'd love to see that filmed, please. No. Sydney, you know what's up. Just come back for that one day.
Hey, she tried. She tried.
Do it.
Do it.
I know, and it's all right. Things will progress as they progress.
Everyone listening is like, what? It's fine.
It's an inside joke, people. Well, not a joke. Joke hope.
Joke hope. You did mention this. Sleep Token comes out in 2 days. I'm not ready. Our vinyls haven't shipped yet. I don't know when they're gonna get here.
Also, I'd be so mad if they're the same vinyls as the ones that they also released in Canada that are now also sold out.
50 even like in Canadian though. I've never seen a vinyl be only $52.
I'm so mad about that.
It's so weird to me, and it says red, blue, and white.
I know, but I'm thinking, does that mean that it's a smooshed purple?
I don't know.
With white in it? I don't know.
Because like ours are purple.
It's done.
But so I just keep checking my email and my junk, and I'm like, are you gonna ship yet? When are you gonna ship? Please ship. Because it's like next week.
It's gonna be so pretty.
And I'm gonna kick my parents out, and we're gonna listen, and we're gonna cry.
We're gonna listen on vinyl, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. Do we know how to use a record player?
You have one? I thought you knew how to use
I
it.
don't know. I have to get a tutorial, I think. We might have to YouTube it.
I'm sure Tanya and Bob can.
Yeah, they were around for that.
Tanya had vinyls.
Yeah.
Mad at her. Well,
I gotta have to admit, this would be the first time that I've actually set a vinyl down on a record player.
my grandma had like a little like Crossley like
Yeah.
little one at like last year, and we were playing stuff in the kitchen.
I've done 8-track. I've done cassette. I've done CD.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, MP3 players.
Mm-hmm.
But never vinyl, because I always think it's so delicate. Like, I'm scared to even touch
Everyone's
it.
like, don't touch it with your fingers. I'm like, how am I supposed to handle it?
Handle it on the edges, and then you cry. I don't know. You handle it, because I am not. God.
Oh, I'm just so
I'm
excited. I'm so excited.
I am so excited too, but I'm also like, I'm
terrified.
Yeah, I'm gonna get wrecked. I'm so glad that we have that weekend off. You know what I mean? Like, I can just sit alone, and
Well, we do have to go to a concert the next day.
you have to go to a concert. So the Friday's
So
listening
we will.
party.
Yeah, we will be listening to it. I say the entire time home, just so we like
Oh,
refresh Rex.
100%.
We can listen to Rex on the way there.
Oh God, I'm gonna get ruined.
I know.
You're finally watching The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, because it's on Prime now.
It's so good. It's
Like
been on
me?
Prime for a year or two.
Okay, well, you know what? It just showed up in my recommended. It was like new episodes. I was
You
like,
sure you want to watch this? It's about to destroy your life, because for a while I was like, weird. This is happening.
I know.
in
I've
reality.
seen all of that. I think we made it. We're either finished episode 2 and finished episode 3, or we're starting episode 3. I can't remember. All I know is that they film it where Sydney goes to school.
It's Toronto.
It's in Cambridge.
They do Toronto too.
But I know, but she's like, yeah, down by the water. That's where I walk. I'm like, that's so cool. You can see her school in the background of a lot of shots. I'm
That's
like,
really cool.
I don't know what your school looks like.
Yeah, I remember when I think it's old enough now. I remember being there when they were filming.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And
They
I
were
walked by and I
filming-
was like, what the hell is this show? Everybody's dressed like a nun. Like, what?
A red nun.
Yeah. I didn't quite understand it at the time.
No.
I didn't watch it until probably last year or the year before.
Yeah. I'm excited.
It's
it
good.
Seems good.
It's good. And I think it's
It's-
ending now. Like, this is the final.
'Cause there's 6 seasons now, but there's only one book.
So good.
And also, I thought it was. Is she in the first episode? She must be in the first episode. The author is in the first episode. I was like, hey,
There's a Handmaid's Tale in the New Testament.
I know your face, and she's Canadian.
Super cool.
We love.
She's awesome. Great actor. Concert. We already covered that one.
Yep.
The Rex. Gonna be sick. I'm so excited for like 3 songs in particular.
Which ones?
Speed for sure.
Yeah.
What was the one? Why can't I just be happy?
It's so good. That was my
It's
give back a
also
couple weeks
painful.
ago.
It's so good. And I didn't used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
those
don't
two.
know is fun.
Oh yeah. That would be good.
They're all fun.
They're all good.
Oh, it's gonna
I'm
be
so
good.
excited. It's gonna be great.
And it looked like when we
Have
were.
to spend more money. God damn it.
It looked like when we were up top for Paris that it's like it was pretty big on the floor, so I'm excited.
The floors are very like concretey,
yeah.
so comfy shoes.
Runners,
I recommend
for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah, because the last time I was on the floor seeing, is it Metric?
Yep.
Yeah, I always want to call it Metro for some reason, but
It's
it's a grocery store.
Yeah.
Yeah, Metric, so good.
Yeah.
I didn't used to like Metric, and then I saw them live, and I was like, "Whoa,
Just kidding, I
super
like
cool!" And we were like literally like 3 feet away from.
Yeah.
It was great, but damn, my feet were dying.
Yeah.
So comfy shoes,
Okay.
gonna be good.
Fair.
Any other time I've been there, it's always been up in the balcony.
Yeah. Oh, we recorded before we went to Friday Pilots Club. I just remembered this.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so we didn't talk about it.
Oh, yeah, but we said we were going.
Yeah. But it was really good.
It's good, like way better than I initially thought. I'm like addicted to the band now. Like, I'm in it. Now I regret not buying merch, but you know what? Their merch wasn't like super, like, hire me, all I'm saying, but you know what I mean?
It was the same brand of shirt that you were already wearing.
Yeah, basically. So.
And Circle Waves was really good. And the girl at the beginning she's from Newfoundland.
I did not know that.
I did.
I was expecting
hold on, keep talking.
Yep. I was expecting someone from the US, but they were kind of a mixed bag. I thought the first headliner was also going to be.
Oh, I knew they were from England.
I did not do that much research. I feel bad about that now.
I only knew it because I clicked on it on Spotify and like went there.
Mm-hmm.
And so yes, they were from England. They were super nice. They also were complaining that it was so hot.
It was freaking melting. Can you imagine being there on that day? We were, no,
Thank you.
God, I would have just passed out.
I know.
I'm actually surprised that nobody did pass out.
I know.
But they were so nice about
so much water
and just like, hey guys,
like, hey,
are you
take a minute
okay?
and
Like,
hand out literally 2 cases of water.
it was great. It was so nice. So nice.
So Ash Malloy opened for the both of them. So I'm gonna read you the little blurb that I found about her on her like record.
I thought they were really good.
So good. Reminiscent of 90s alt icons like Fiona Apple and Alanis Morissette, Ash Malloy is vulnerable, raw, and unfiltered in her approach to writing music. A multi-instrumentalist with a degree in neuroscience.
Sick!
She's full of surprises as she bears it all with her deep-cutting takes on sexuality, body shame, and life as a woman. Not fitting the mold for her small town in Torbay, Newfoundland. Sorry. Is that what I said, right?
Newfoundland?
I
think you
say
said,
that.
yeah.
Ash is an absolute force of an artist, making a name for herself with her mesmerizing live shows, powerhouse vocals, poignant lyrics, and sheer tendency to get her message out into the world. Saying all the things we're afraid to say out loud, Ash Malloy bleeds authenticity and induces goosebumps for anyone lucky enough to see her live in these early days.
So
and she
good.
plays the violin.
Yeah, that was hot. Not gonna lie. I was like, oh, you're just going to whip out a violin right now. Cool. The only problem I could say was I couldn't hear it
very well.
No, the sound tech wasn't doing the best of a job, but it was really cool.
It was really good. She had great energy.
Yeah.
Great songs. I love her voice.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting it, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh. Okay.
And it was so cute. I'm pretty sure it was her mom, like off to the side, like filming one of her things. That was really cute.
And there was this one lady, I want to say, in front of us who was just
the whole entire concert
just going for it, like everything. I think we did talk about this, did we not? I don't know. Anyways, it was a recap.
No, because we filmed and we recorded, then we went, and now it's next week, right? That was last week, right?
No.
Was it the week before?
We must have recorded this twice. Yeah, it was the week before. Because last weekend I was away.
Yeah, no. So we recorded because you were going to be away.
It was Thursday. It was Wednesday. Yeah. Okay, we didn't talk about it. I'm losing my mind.
Yeah, okay. No.
It's
we
fine.
must have just like conversed about it.
I think so.
With ourselves.
So much. Cut this. No. Okay.
I also need to know what the hell garlic hands are.
Okay, but first, shower thoughts.
Oh, okay.
Okay. No, actually, garlic hands. Let me find that.
Well, Erin finds that
also. I can't even remember what it was about now. That's the best part about this.
Please know that we finally booked our flight out east. It's so exciting.
I am so excited. Is this garlic hands? No.
We just have to book our car now. But it's fine.
Okay, I told myself I took a picture of this.
You did. You say, see saved image, LOL.
Oh, that's disappointing. I cannot for the life of me find what garlic hands I was referencing.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I will keep searching as we chat.
Okay.
And maybe I've saved so many things on my phone.
It wasn't that long ago.
I know. Why would I do this to myself?
I don't know.
Well, it's just a thing. It's like I've saved so many sleep token things to my phone in the past week, and it's like
struggle bus.
Struggle.
Shower thoughts.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Ready for this? Mm-hmm. Very casual. Mm-hmm. Very kind of cute. The fact that some pets can dream means there exists a version of us in their minds that is made of what they can perceive from us, which is different from what we recognize as us, but is not less legitimate.
Yeah, you just confused me.
So our pets have a version of us
Yeah.
in their minds
Yeah.
that we can't perceive, but only
Okay.
the pets can perceive. But it's still legitimate. Still real. Still mad about fucking
Garlic.
hands.
Give me your day list, Aaron.
My day list is taking up new sports. Warped rock climbing Thursday evening.
Okay.
I kind of get it. Rock, ha ha
Yeah.
ha. I've listened to rock and heavy on Thursdays in the evening. Try some warped rock climbing, emo phase, emo core, guitar, and angry.
All right. Cool.
Should we see what rock climbing entails?
Yes.
I'll give you the main ones anyways. Jutes, Rain City. I swear there's nothing, like, I don't change. I don't know, just weekly listening to the same shit over and over again. Yeah, there's nothing special to the main one anymore. Also, we're recording on a Thursday and basically been listening to the same thing every day for weeks. Rock climbing. Check it out. These ones are different. Scars. Sleep Token.
Okay.
Kid Brunswick. That's getting new.
Mm-hmm.
Windwalkers, the home team, but it's a different song. Minute After Midnight. Sleep Theory. Spirit Box. Architects. Architects are great. They had a new album this year. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
How about emo core? Bring Me the Horizon. Checks. Under Oath. Also checks.
Mm-hmm.
Pierce the Veil. I See Stars. Bad Omens. A Day to Remember. The Plot in You. Motionless in White. Picturesque. Sleeping with Sirens. Spirit Leaves. And so on and so on. What is your day list?
My day list is main character microcore evening. So here's some microcore main character better relationship pop euphoric inspired by your listening on Thursdays in the evening. Electric Love, Don't Blame Me, National Anthem, Ribs, Maniac, Jealousy. Let's go in Belter, not better relationship. Belter, relationship.
Got it.
I want to click on main character, if I can click on it.
Do it.
Main character mix. Dying on the Inside by Nessa Barrett. Run by Dutch Melrose. Ode to a Conversation Stuck in Your Throat by Delwater Gap. Good song. Really wish they were our opener for Halsey's tour because they're going on tour with her. They're just not our opener. Femininomenon by Chapel Roan. Figure You Out by Voila. Too Much Dove Cameron. Let's go into relationship. Again, if I can click on it. Something Blue. Voila. All I Wanted.
So
Paramore. Ego Talking by Fletcher. Metal About by Chase Atlantic. And Ordinary by Alex Warren. Love. I can hear them talking upstairs and I'm gonna lose my mind. Please hold.
Please.
Okay.
All right. The missing garlic hands. I have no freaking. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sad.
That's okay.
I'm so sad.
It'll come back.
It maybe next week.
Exactly.
The return of garlic hands. Maybe.
Perhaps.
You know what? I feel like I saved the image, but it saved it to the date that the
that's
image,
the worst.
and now it's like
it's
lost in the void.
I don't know why it does that. That's really annoying.
It could be anywhere.
You can turn it off, but it's really annoying.
It's like
Apple do better.
What Apple? No. Yeah, because sometimes I get images and I'm like, what? It's like images people have shared with me, and it's 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
Where is this?
Yeah.
What
are we talking about today, Aaron?
Today, in my wisdom of all wisdom, I was like, what can I do? And I thought, it's going to be May 7th. Haha. So cool. What is happening on this day in history today? Well, we don't know what's going to happen on May 7th because it's not May 7th yet. But hey, we can at least go over what happened on this day in history. And lots of stuff went down on this day in history. More than I expected.
And I'm sure there's even more that's not on just like history.com.
Yep. So it just popped open history.com because why not? It's full of very interesting stuff. And I thought, oh, I'm going to read through what happened. And then maybe we can pick one or two topics. We just chose one and kind of deep dived on them. And
tell you all about
them or related things to them. So I'm going to tell you guys a bit about May 7th historically.
Okay.
And then Jade's going to deep dive into her topic. And then I'm going to deep dive into my topic.
Hell yeah, brother. That was really weird. I'm so sorry.
Take it back. Take it back. I can hear you say bruh or bro, but not brother. Don't use the full. That's like using
brother.
Your full government name in a Canadian dinner jacket. Like
brother.
So in 1994, Edvard Munch, The Scream was recovered after art theft.
Rude.
Pretty insane. So it got stolen way back when. And finally recovered, which is insane because it's like one of the top famous paintings.
Yeah.
You know what it looks like, right? The Scream. Yeah, good. People can't tell if it's there's a dog behind. It's just weird. It's a weird painting. I'm hoping my paintings go down in history like that, but not likely.
Yeah.
We're too rare. I'm gonna walk. I'm just fucking throw this mic at you and be like, I'm done with this.
I had to. I'm done. I promise.
You know where that's from, right?
No.
Wrestling.
What?
Hulk Hogan, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck I got it from. It definitely wasn't WWE.
In 1824, Ludwig van Beethoven premieres his Ninth Symphony in Vienna while enduring severe hearing loss, which, damn, he receives 5 standing ovations for the masterpiece and causes a stir for using voices during Ode to Joy in the final movement. There's so much that goes on. It's ridiculous. Back in 1763, Ottawa Chief Pontiac's rebellion against the British begins. Pontiac's rebellion begins when a confederacy of native warriors under Ottawa Chief Pontiac attacks the British force at Detroit. After failing to take the fort in their initial assault, Pontiac forces blah, 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 blah. It goes
blah,
on.
Blah, blah, blah.
Read on. It's history.
Do your own research.
Following that, 1824, we get Beethoven's Symphony, which is just crazy. Like 1824. And it's still recognizable and played today. Absolutely nuts. 1843, we get first Japanese immigrant arrives in the U.S., which, again, I'm just like, time is
nothing.
Crazy concept. My topic today, in 1896, is serial killer H.H. Holmes is hanged in Philadelphia. Wild times.
I don't think I know about him.
You'll recognize it.
Okay.
1915, German submarine sinks Lusitania.
I don't know, the ship, it's got a weird name.
Lusitania, which is a British ocean liner. Rip. That's pretty sad because 2 years before that, Titanic sunk.
Oh.
But then I guess they entered war anyways, so that would make sense. 1945, Germany surrenders unconditionally to the Allies in Reims. Woo! War comes to a weird ending. 1954, the French defeated at Dien Bien Phu, which is northwest Vietnam. War is going on over that. 1960, Leonid Brezhnev, wrecked that one, becomes leader of the USSR.
Sure.
So much history happening on May 7th.
I know.
1984, Vietnam veterans exposed to Agent Orange, win $180 million in settlement.
Holy crap.
Oh, that would have been a good one to go over. Trying to figure out what Agent Orange is. Chemical herbicide. Pretty crazy.
Jeez.
1998, Daimler-Benz announces the purchase of Chrysler Corp. So Mercedes-Benz essentially takes over Chrysler with, well, not takes over, begins a merger. $36 billion
Oh my god,
in 1998.
that's crazy.
2004, a marine biologist, Richard Thompson, coins the term microplastics. That is everything big happening to this point, and also your topic.
Yes.
Yeah, 2004.
Are you ready?
Hit it.
All right. So I'm going to give you some quick facts about microplastics before I dive into it.
Oh, it's going to hurt so much.
It is going to hurt you. Did you know that you inhale most microplastics at home? Who would have thought? Up to 7,000 a day.
Oh, good. We're not dying faster.
Car
At all.
tires shed about 3 billion pounds of microplastics into the air every year.
I thought you were going to say every day, and I was like, you should just die.
We should just die. To the hot beverage lovers who get their drinks to go. Your cup and hot bevy do not pair well. In just 15 minutes, the cup could release thousands of microplastics and millions of nanoplastics. So that's even smaller particles, people.
No.
If that doesn't say yum, I don't know what does. Microplastics and nanoplastics have been found in us, aka our placentas, breast milk, blood, and the blood of pigs and cows that we consume.
Good.
Good. Scientists think there could be a link. I didn't do further research on this, so take this how you want. Between brain diseases like dementia, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's, since the brain is the most sensitive organ, and we know these pesky things are just floating around inside of us. They are officially everywhere, including Antarctica and the bottom of the ocean. And only 10% of plastic is recycled globally. So Thompson, the marine biologist, once said, "We do a really bad job of designing stuff for circularity. So when people say that it's clearly failed because we're only recycling 10%, I think the root cause of the error is the design stage." So those are my quick facts.
Rip.
Let me give you all the details.
Okay.
And then I'll end it with things you didn't know had plastic in them.
Me.
So the details. Thompson published an article titled "Lost at Sea, Where is all the plastic?" in the journal Science that detailed the unsettling amount of tiny plastic particles and fibers he and his research team discovered in the ocean and marine habitats. He called the debris microplastics and wondered if they could be harmful to the environment. Good man. We love that you decided to think about this because
thanks for caring.
so much has changed. His paper sparked interest in many people, including fellow scientists and the public. Since publishing the paper, he and other researchers have continued to figure out just how widespread these plastics are and just how harmful they can be to the environment and to us. The particles measure at less than 5 millimeters in size, and as I covered earlier, they've been found in Arctic sea ice and deep portions of the Pacific Ocean, not to mention in humans, marine life, and other animals. Exposure to these plastics is thought to cause respiratory and heart issues, as well as prove to be toxic to other organs and systems within the human body. Yay!
No.
The same chemicals that make plastic so versatile are exactly the same chemicals that make it so hard to get rid of. Here's a quote from Thompson. "We've only been mass producing plastic for around 60 years, and the likelihood is that all of the conventional plastics we've ever made are still with us on this planet unless they've been incinerated." He and his team have shown that leaving a plastic bag left on a beach can lead to 1.75 million fragments as it degrades over time. Just a single plastic bag. That's crazy.
What?
There have been global recycling efforts ramped up since, but nothing has been enough to offset the amount of plastic and microplastics being produced and entering our environment today. It is estimated by the OECD, which is the Organization for Economics, Cooperation and Development, that nearly 460 million metric tons of plastic were produced in the year of 2019. And by 2026, it is projected that the number will almost triple. And I had to Google this on how to say it so I could type it out. That's almost 1,380,000,000 tons of plastic.
No.
Thompson has remained an outspoken advocate for limiting, if not stopping, the use of plastic since he coined the term microplastics. He's inspired international government policies, including the taxation of plastic shopping bags, and bans on the use of plastic microbeads in cosmetics, which is actually a law in Canada.
That's good.
So that's all I got about him and his microplastics. It's very quick.
That's
and
fine.
Some things you didn't know that had plastic in them. Canned foods.
Great.
So though most companies have begun to phase out the BPA-lined cans, they're still lining their cans with a form of plastic. So remember,
Excellent.
shop fresh, people. Tea bags. Many tea bags are heat sealed with polyethylene, so
they're terrible.
tiny amounts are steeping into your tea.
Absolutely awful for you.
Disposable wet wipes. Nothing but toilet paper goes down the toilet, friends. These wet wipes congeal and form what is known as a fatberg. Erin, did you know that this is actually a coined term and not just a billboard randomly near our sewage plant? Because I didn't.
I didn't until right now.
Fatberg is a global term.
Gross.
Sea salt. Through an analysis of sea salt and microplastics, researchers found that 90% of table salt brands sampled across the globe contained microplastics.
I mean, I shouldn't be as surprised as I feel.
But
I'm
my
also kind of
word.
surprised. Like, what?
I can't. Everyone's like, oh, sugar's so bad for you. Salt's so bad for you. Bitch, the air I breathe is bad for me at this point.
Everything is terrible.
Everything is terrible. Everything's on fire.
Everything is awful. That's not even the song. It's
I
a parody. Don't sue us. It's fine. It's fine.
So that was my microplastic research. Shout out to Mr. Thompson. You are doing made up man's work.
You're doing the work. You're doing the scientist work. The really hard
Everyone's
work.
pissed about the paper straws. I bet you probably maybe has something to do with it, but it's fine.
What? Everybody gets upset about that, but the world used to be like, they used to have paper straws. That's how they had paper bags, paper straws before like masks.
And the paper bags were good. The paper bags now suck.
Yeah, well, we drive around in our little shitty cars and destroy the planet.
And they're
you
all
just use
made
a
of
freaking paper bag.
plastic.
It's fine. And even the reusable bags are terrible because they're all microplastics too. So it doesn't even matter.
It's in your couches. It's in your blankets. It's in your clothes.
It's already
in
here. We've
your
screwed
phone
up.
cases. This and we can't.
It's in the drink that I'm currently drinking.
Yeah.
Happy days. You know what? If I make it to 80, that's a
good luck, Charlie.
Yeah, it's a win. It's a win. So, are you ready to get
I'm ready because
dark?
I don't know this name.
Okay, so I chose
Get dark. I just said we're
we're all done. Actually, you're already. Yeah, we're done.
we're done.
This is it. This is just a dark slice of history.
Yeah.
He's gone. So maybe this is the light.
This is okay.
The opposite. Yeah. Okay. So, if you have never heard of H.H. Holmes, very famous because he's technically America's first coined serial killer.
Oh, okay.
And Chicago's creator of the, in quotes, murder castle.
Some murder castle.
We hope to find out in my research.
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah.
So H.H. Holmes, actually born Herman Webster Mudgett.
What the?
Yeah, he has an alias, Dr. H.H. Holmes.
Doctor.
I know it gets weirder. You gotta think this was the 1800s. People were getting away with shit.
Yeah, a lot of shit.
He was born New Hampshire. Don't have a date of when he was born. He was born in New Hampshire. He doesn't get that credit.
No.
And he was a physician whose name became synonymous with America's first documented serial murderer. What? Yeah, he's a serial murderer. Serial killer.
Yeah.
It's interchangeable.
So are you telling me? Sorry to keep interrupting.
He's one of the first documented.
But are you telling me, because the way you said it and the way my brain interprets it, because I suck at English and big words, that people were like, "Oh, there's a serial killer with this name, but you also have this name." Is that what just came out of your mouth?
No, he's a serial killer.
Yeah. Okay.
He just is. I think I just said it wrong.
It could just be me.
I'm tired. By the mid 1890s, newspapers were calling him the Beast of Chicago and the Devil in the White City. Holmes had built a 3-story building in Chicago that had infamously been named the Murder Castle, where an unknown number of mostly young women,
Of course.
vanished during the city's 1893 World's Fair.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah. In all, Holmes confessed to about 27 murders, though investigators could only officially tie him to about 9.
What the?
Yeah. And he was finally tried, convicted, and hanged on May 7th, 1896 in Philadelphia. So let's get into his early life and education. Oh, I do have a date for him. Holmes was born May 16th, 1861. So he was almost hanged
On his birthday.
on his birthday, which would have just been the top irony.
Yeah.
He was born in Gilmanton, New Hampshire,
Okay.
into an affluent family. And he was intelligent and well-educated.
As the serial killers usually are.
Britannica notes that he had earned a medical degree from the University of Michigan in 1884. Don't know how difficult that was in the 1800s to get a medical degree, but maybe we shouldn't be giving people things like this, especially that even as a child, he showed very disturbing behavior.
Was he setting fire to ants?
No,
Peeing the
he,
bed.
and this is in quotes, allegedly trapped animals and performed surgery on them for his own experiments.
No.
And some other accounts claim that he may have killed a childhood friend
What the?
during these cruel games.
No.
This comes from Britannica as well as the H.H. Holmes biography.
Oh my word.
So these early acts, along with tales of grave robbing to supply his anatomy labs,
No.
marked Holmes as unusually violent from a very young age.
Oh my God.
So while he was at medical school, Holmes began a parallel life of fraud. So here we go. This is where
Bro.
the whole like sociopathic thing. He started to finance his education by faking life insurance claims. So he would take out policies on fictitious individuals, then dig up corpses to pass them off as the insured dead in order to collect the payouts.
I mean, a man's got to do what a man's got to do.
I mean, in this economy, I could see it.
but also like, stop digging up graves.
You know?
You
You know.
weirdo. I've never heard of this man.
So his blend of medical knowledge, cunning, and callousness hinted at the criminal. He was well, I mean, he was already a criminal at that point, but he was about to come
Full circle.
full circle fucked up. After earning his degree, he briefly practiced medicine, but soon drifted into con artistry and bigamy.
I mean, isn't that the route everyone goes?
After getting your medical license?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess those student loans are a bitch.
Yeah.
He was doing this all across the Midwest, and he lived under many names.
Of course he did.
So this lands us to 1886, where the Murder Castle and Chicago crimes start to take place. He took a job as a pharmacist at a downtown drugstore, and he soon married the business owner's daughter, Mina or Cora Williams. And after the owner died, he bought the pharmacy from Cora's family. Tragically, Cora herself disappeared within months under mysterious circumstances. So that might have been him. So he now has this new store as a front.
Yeah.
And then
The pharmacy. He kept
Yeah.
it a pharmacy?
he kept the pharmacy. So he's got this new store as a front. And then he commissions a massive 3-story building next to it, which is, it becomes an ostentatious block-long brick structure that he called the World's Fair Hotel.
Okay.
Okay. Unknown to the public now, Holmes designed its upper floors as a private house of horrors.
Great.
So more modern descriptions of the building painted a nightmarish picture. 1937 Chicago Tribune article recalled it as a queer house, none other like it in America. Chimneys jutted from odd places. Staircases led to nowhere.
What the hell?
Rooms opened onto blank walls or into hidden odd places.
I'm looking up pictures right now. I'm not on my phone.
Yeah. Staircases led to nowhere, right? I'm reading the wrong sentence.
It's okay.
And elaborate dead-end corridors tangled the layout. Homes outfitted parts of the castle with trap doors, chutes,
oh my God.
soundproof rooms that were lined in the basement.
Yeah.
And he also installed a kiln and other equipment for disposing of bodies.
Oh my God.
Okay, so there is a legend that there was gas jets to asphyxiate victims and secret torture chambers, but historians kind of say that these are just kind of made up stuff from ancient journalism that wanted to make it kind of a spectacle thing, and not actual police reports. In fact, and this is where we kind of get into the maybe truths.
Yeah.
A lot of experts believe Holmes' building was not actually a death trap thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So much as like a bizarrely warped private mansion for his schemes. So it's not like, but it's kind of like, oh, it's a big murder castle, you know? So people got into that. So during the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition, Holmes briefly opened parts of his castle to tourists as a hotel, which seems like a really good like con to get people in and, you know, have them disappear essentially, right?
Take their money and murder them. Why not?
He especially targeted young women who arrived in Chicago seeking opportunity. And according to the Chicago Tribune, many victims were women Holmes seduced and swindled before they, quote, suddenly disappeared.
Sir, can we not do this right now?
Yeah. He often courted women with marriage proposals, and once engaged, the women vanished. Their bodies were never found. In one gruesome scheme, Holmes married a woman named Minnie Williams, using her inheritance, and then later slaughtered her. In another, he wooed a nurse named Emmeline Kegrand, then apparently killed her when she learned of his lies.
Go Emily, but like, sorry,
Rip. Family members of several women even found personal items in the castle's oven or basement, including watch chains, shoe buckles, and rings from women who went missing. Ugh. Ouch. Rip. Holmes also sold skeletons to medical schools.
No, it's the ladies.
Yeah, and then apparently he profited from it. Yeah.
Trash human.
It was common for medical colleges at the time to buy cadavers without any questions or paperwork or whatever, because, you know, it's late 1800s. We need science, yada, yada, yada. In 1894, police excavating the castle found human remains, including bits of bone and charred fragments. And though forensics was primitive and most remains were never officially identified, because this
1800s.
Yeah. We didn't really get forensics until the 90s.
Yeah. Proper.
Right? So that's kind of sad. And obviously they didn't keep any of this material. So that's really sad. In short, at least 9 victims, including the wife of his partner and 3 children, have been plausibly linked to Holmes. Though he boasted of far more murders, up to 27, or this is stretching it, 200. But later research suggests those higher figures were very, very much exaggerated. So that would be like a full-time job.
Yeah.
Trying to take out 200 people. Specifically, we'll talk about the Pitzel fraud and murders. Holmes' downfall began with an insurance scheme and the ill-fated Pitzel family. In 1894, he partnered with an Illinois carriage maker named Benjamin Ben Pitzel to fake Pitchell's death for $10,000 of life insurance payout, which I can imagine was probably a lot of money back in the day. The pair and Holmes's alias traveled the country, and Holmes even married again in Texas as part of the charade.
Oh my God.
God, dude. Did nobody just be, I guess they didn't have tracking back then, but it'd be like, how many times are you gonna get married, man?
Yeah. God, you're not even getting divorced. They're just disappearing.
Investigators grew suspicious when Pitzel's widow received mysterious payments. Holmes fled, but he was eventually recognized and arrested in Boston in November 1894. Meanwhile, Holmes had set his ruthless instincts on the Pitzels themselves. He murdered Ben and burnt the body to collect the insurance money for reals. What? Like, so twisted. He then convinced Ben's widow that her husband was alive and sent their 3 younger children to travel with him, only to kill them too. This whole family, sad. And in the fall of 1894, Holmes disposed of Pitzel's children, Alice and Nellie, whose charred remains were found months later in a Toronto cellar.
Oh.
Yeah. And son Howard, parts of whose bones turned up in Indianapolis. So he's just going all over the place.
Heck?
With that family missing, alarm finally reached the authorities via Holmes' jailhouse acquaintance, outlaw Marion Hedgepeth, who tipped off insurance investigators. Federal agents arrested Holmes in Boston in late 1894 for his connection to the fraud, and Massachusetts authorities quickly handed him over to Philadelphia to stand on trial.
Thank you. What was his name? And what?
Sorry?
The jail cell person that ratted him out.
Oh, Marion Hedgepeth.
Thank you, Hedgepeth.
So the trial and execution, which took place between 1895 and 1896 in Philadelphia, Herman Mudgett, otherwise known as H.H. Holmes, was I know, right? It's such like, we get it. You were bullied.
That's not an excuse, Mudgett.
No. He was charged with the murder of Benjamin Pitzel. I'm hoping it might be Pitzel. I don't know. Anyways, sorry for mispronouncing that. Prosecutors presented gruesome evidence of Holmes' schemes and the remains of the children. By November 1895, Holmes was convicted of murder and sentenced to death by hanging. That was quick. They were like, no, we don't hold back. We just do this shit.
Yeah.
He languished on death row while appealing his case. In the meantime, his old crimes in Chicago were the subject of very many press tales.
Of course.
Yes. Holmes was executed shortly after his 34th birthday. Get wrecked. On the morning of May 7th, 1896. That doesn't make any sense. He was born on the 16th. I don't know. That math ain't adding up.
That's weird.
Anyways, a crowd gathered at Moya Mensing Prison in Philadelphia. As the Chicago Daily News later reported, Holmes remained calm and even cheerful in his final hours. 2 priests prayed with him at dawn, after which a crowd stood in intense silence on the scaffold, and Holmes announced his innocence one last time to that silence.
After you admitted to how many people?
Yeah. He shook hands with his attorneys, was fitted with a black cap and the noose, and in a single instant fell to his doom. Eyewitnesses marveled at the composure. One reporter noted the marvelous nerve of the man never deserted him. He was probably the coolest person in the solemn assemblage. Not as in cool as in the 60s. A physician declared him dead within minutes, and Holmes' body was later buried in Philadelphia. Before his execution, he had asked to be encased in cement at the bottom of his grave, fearing grave robbers.
Ironic.
So ironic. So the psychological... I'm sorry, I'm just going to keep chatting because it's interesting. the psychological profile, Holmes' behavior through life suggested a classic antisocial personality. What modern psychiatry often calls psychopathy. Psychopathy, that's it. He displayed many textbook signs, including high intelligence, superficial charm. He could be articulate and charismatic, combined with a complete lack of empathy or remorse. Rip. His childhood cruelty to animals and possibly early killing of a friend are now recognized as warning signs of a future violent predator. Yeah, like, where were your parents? Just saying.
Not there.
He was a con man who habitually lied and manipulated. For example, he made employees take out life insurance policies, naming him as the beneficiary so he could inherit on their deaths.
My God.
He even reportedly dug up corpses in college simply to practice surgery experiments. Like, dude was just obsessed with digging up corpses, basically. When finally cornered, Holmes himself essentially admitted his monstrous nature. In confession, he famously declared, "I was born with the devil in me. I could not help the fact that I was a murderer, no more than a poet can help the inspiration to sing."
Sir.
Sir, get help.
Drugs.
Drugs. He might have been on drugs. Who knows? This chilling self-portrait of an innate urge to kill reflects how Holmes saw himself, not as a normal person gone wrong, but as something fundamentally evil. Psychologists today note that Holmes's planning of murders, detailed knowledge of anatomy, and utter coldness, even at the gallows, fit the modern profile of a psychopath or someone with a severe antisocial personality disorder. He showed no compunction about human life, collecting skeletons for profit from his victims, and he never wavered in his schemes.
Typical psychopath.
Okay. As news of Holmes' crimes broke, the public was both horrified and morbidly fascinated, which is interesting to me because it's like there's so much going on in the world, but like this guy, you know.
Yeah.
So the press of the day sensationalized everything, essentially. A kill list, the castle. Newspapers began to publish lurid and often unproven things.
Of course.
About the secret torture chambers, trap doors, gas jets, torture devices in the castle, blah, blah, blah. Nobody really knows if that was a thing. According to crime historian Harold Schechter, all those stories were just complete sensationalistic fabrication. That's a lot. By the yellow press. Still, those myths captured the public imagination and cemented Holmes' infamy. Columnists.
I love that you struggle too.
Yeah,
it makes me feel better.
I'm having a moment. Called him America's first serial killer, and compared him to monsters of legend. He was the subject of front page reportage in Chicago and Philadelphia papers alike. For example, on the day of his execution, the Chicago Daily News summarized, Holmes had already confessed to 27 murders, though how many he killed will never be known. Holmes even profited from the media circus, which is insane. It was reported that he sold his confession and life story to William Randolph Hearst's newspapers for around $10,000. Which was a huge sum of money at the time. Public sentiment was a mixture of disgust and horror. Crowds gathered outside the prison at Lexington and Huntington streets on the execution day. Some estimates put the crowd at about several thousand people. People saw his sentence carried out as justice for a string of unimaginable crimes. And even after his death, fascination with Holmes continues. So H.H. Holmes left a grisly legacy in American culture. He has been cemented in history as one of the nation's first and most notorious serial killers. His Chicago crimes have inspired generations of true crime writers and filmmakers. Notably, Eric Larson's best-selling book, The Devil in the White City, which is a 2003 publication, juxtaposed Holmes' murders with the grandeur of 1893 World's Fair, which I think would be kind of interesting to read. I might look into that. Holmes is often referenced in documentaries, podcasts, and films about serial killers, And the nickname, the Devil in the White City, comes from Larson's title. In popular lore, he is sometimes, though somewhat inaccurately, compared to other killers like Jack the Ripper, but historians stress those are speculative parallels. As for actual influence on later criminals, there's no clear evidence copycats studied Holmes. He did, however, set a grim archetype, the seemingly respectable professional hiding a murderous secret.
Yeah.
His crimes also helped awaken the public to the concept of serial killer, someone with a chilling compulsion to kill repeatedly. In medicine and crime psychology circles, Holmes is still cited as a textbook psychopath. Even today, his name evokes the idea of a calculating, inhuman killer, and every year on May 7th, history sites note the anniversary of Holmes' execution and recall the lessons in his case. Or of his case. Holmes' story remains a cautionary tale, an educated and otherwise ordinary man who became a monster. I think he was always a monster.
He killed his best friend.
Maybe. That's speculative. We don't know.
I say he did it.
Probably did. Well, much about his castle has been mythologized, I guess. The core truth is undeniable. Dozens of people died by his hand in Chicago, and the nation confronted the dark reality of serial murderer for the first time. Holmes' place in history is thus twofold. He was a real criminal who killed as many as 9 confirmed victims, and possibly more, and he became a symbol of the ultimate confluence of cunning and evil in American lore. Wild, eh?
I didn't know about him at all.
You didn't?
Nope.
Nothing.
Nothing.
America's first serial killer. Well, noted serial killer.
Noted. Man, be wild.
Just nuts.
Quit performing surgeries on animals. Stop probably killing your friend. Stop grave
killing
robbing.
people.
Stop killing people.
Stop being a con artist.
God.
That's a lot. That was a busy life.
Literally. How did you get anything else done?
It is like a full-time job.
Yeah. That's wild.
This is not something you do with a medical license. You know, you're supposed to save people, not
chop
go
them
around
up.
murdering people. God, it's terrible. Anyways, I thought that was interesting.
That was interesting.
I liked doing that on this day.
Yeah.
I'm still mad about garlic hands, but I'll figure it out. I can't believe I forgot.
It's okay.
Should have made more notes.
It's okay. You pulled the jade.
It's lost to the void.
Yep. We'll find it. Don't worry.
It's all right.
You'll give back.
My give back is Church in the Morning by Jack Dean.
I've never
It's
heard it.
really catchy.
Is it a country song?
No.
The title reads country to
I
me
know
for
it
some
does.
reason.
And I was very like, I don't know if I'm going to listen to this. And then
I think it's the
I'm like,
name. I think it's
catchy.
Jack Dean.
Yeah, that it does feel like a very country-esque name.
Mine is Karma by Gigi Perez.
We love it.
I do love it. We love her new album. This is not off her new album. It just came out after it played.
You were like, gotta write this
It's
one
like, okay, cool.
But obviously the GOAT for this week is
I don't know how to say
what
it.
just came out.
I don't know how to say it.
You don't know how to say it?
I don't know how to say it. I can't. I'm going to butcher the pronunciation. I can't say it. Do you know how to say it?
Damocles?
Thank you.
Jesus.
I don't know. It's just so good.
He says it in the song.
I know, but I don't know. I can't say it off the top of my head. I don't know.
It's fine.
It's so good. That
It's
was
so
that was
good.
a good moment.
Oh,
Speaking of
crying
last week,
in the
coming
car.
home and just
I can't.
it was so good. It was such a good moment. I can't wait to listen to the
The
episode.
way that
with
you have to like smack your steering wheel because it's so good, but you don't want the airbag to go off because it's like, there's so much feeling all at one go. It was so good.
the way we came upon traffic and I had to go, Aaron, I'm so sorry, and slam on the brakes because I wasn't paying attention.
It's all right. It's fine. I didn't go through the windshield. So.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody crashed. We're
And
good.
I listened to this song, I don't know, so much.
I listened to it for 8 hours one day, so
It's so good. I can't do that. I honestly can't. It does scratch the itch in the brain, but I can only listen to the same thing for so long before my brain catches up and goes, I'm annoyed with this. It's a good song, but I'm annoyed with this. We need something different. So I just started listening to Friday Pilots Club, like, so good.
there you go. There you go.
But I can listen to the same like 10 songs for this
Yeah,
for like 10 hours. It's fine.
exactly. that is all we have today. I did not write a closer, so you don't get a funny little quippy.
Don't be
ending.
a murderer.
Don't be a murderer.
Good luck with the microplastics.
Don't be a dick. Please remember to like, rate, subscribe, and follow the podcast on whatever platform you choose. We are on YouTube, Spotify, what's it called? The Apple Podcast. Where you can listen to us on iHeartRadio. All of the links are in our bio. If you had interest in a t-shirt, we promise it is coming soon. We are a 2-woman show, and we do have full-time jobs, and Erin has like 4. So
we already talked about this on the astrology one.
It'll take
we
a
overdo
minute.
it. Yeah,
It's fine.
it's good.
They will come up. You can get them. Possibly more things. It'll be so much fun.
It's gonna be sick.
Leave your reviews. Leave your comments. Share with your friends. Share with your enemies. Share with your serial killer, pharmacy fraud people that you find in Chicago.
Friday Pilots Club is from Chicago.
Are they?
Yeah,
Wonder if they know about H.J. Holmes.
probably.
Maybe. Maybe I didn't. I don't know.
It's cool.
We hope you have a wonderful afternoon, night, evening, day,
Whatever.
hour of your life that you're listening to this.
Thanks.
Hunter, I see you. I hear you. I appreciate you. You're not stinky.
Jade's not alone in this. I appreciate you.
Yes.
I've never called you stinky.
No. See, you can see.
Support
the podcast, even if I call you stinky.
Hunter likes me more.
That's okay. Remember, people, to stay unapologetically you.
And that's it.
That's all.
All right.
Now I need a topic.
Crap.
Woohoo.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Can't reach.